Yerp, it's Perp back with another video, and I just got done checking out the brand new Netflix series starring Toni Collette, Mari Hardwick, and Bella. I forget her last name. It just literally lost me. But this is a brand new series on Netflix called Pieces of Her. This was an interesting watch, and I say that in not such a positive way because, man, the first 10 minutes of this, I would say, is the best of this whole entire 8-episode season. Had a lot of interesting ideas, this being a thriller. So let me back it up a little bit. This story pretty much starts off, you have Toni Collette's character named Laura, and she has a daughter named Andy or Andrea. And it's Andrea's 30th birthday, and they're going out to celebrate. And that celebration gets pretty much halted pretty quickly, and things escalate pretty quickly as it's disrupted by this guy that ends up shooting these two characters randomly. You know, they don't really explain why those characters got killed, but I was just like, man, I'm really into this. I'm really into what's going on. I didn't expect that to happen in the first 10 minutes. So they get into this little altercation of, this character shooting these two people in cold blood. Andy's mom, being Laura, gets stabbed trying to save Andy. You know what I'm saying? She's trying to de-escalate the whole entire situation, but she ends up getting stabbed in the hand and not making like any type of facial expression or anything, not showing any emotion. Like, that shit hurt. That shit looked like it hurt. Ends up cutting dude's throat. And then all this kind of breaks out in the news, and they're starting to get kind of eyes on them. Then all of a sudden you start to see there's more to the story here, that whatever is going on in Laura's past has come back to kind of haunt her. And throughout this whole entire movie, you have Laura telling Andy, you need to get out of here, you need to get away from here, gotta go up to Maine because there's some dangerous people that are after me. She doesn't know this. Her mom just tells her, like, look, you gotta do this, just trust me, and I'll explain later. And we kind of get this whole semi-adventure, what I thought we were going to get, with Andy leaving her town to go up north, but she kind of takes these detours, and that's the gist of kind of the story without really diving into spoilers, because we do get a lot more information on Laura and who she really is and why she is the way she is, if that makes any sense. But my biggest issue with this whole entire series, and I think it's one of the worst series that I've seen thus far this year, is Andy's character as a whole, and just them trying to just pack everything like sardines into 8 episodes, where I feel like they could have fleshed certain things out and just left it kind of out in the open. Because for the first 3 episodes, I'm really intrigued by what's going on here. I'm liking the fact that Andy's on the run, and just everybody that she's coming across, she can't really trust. You don't know what kind of side that she's on, and she's also kind of discovering more about her family, her actual family and stuff, and why she can't remember certain things, but it's suddenly just coming back to her. It's really weird how a lot of this shit is structured, and some of the decisions that Andy makes as a character is just really frustrating and annoying. There's a scene where she has a gun on somebody in the middle of a restaurant. People see the gun, but nobody calls the cops or anything. Her just character in this is just so annoying. So thank God you have characters like Toni Collette's character Laura, which she is the most interesting part about this series, but it doesn't say much. I really wanted to get more of Amari Hardwick's character in here. He plays Gordon. He's like the stepfather, and that's exactly all he is pretty much a stepfather, which is kind of disappointing because I wish they would have done more with Amari Hardwick's character and not just made him a side character, which we'll see if they get a season 2, because they definitely leave the door open for a season 2, I should say. But I really don't have any positives to take away from this entire series. Like, there's some good things that could have worked and kind of kept people's attention. It just felt like it kept dragging and dragging and dragging. When we get to like episode 4 and 5 and 6, that's where it kind of just completely lost me, just because it turned into almost like this soap opera. And I just hate when shows really kind of put these forced love interests into this story where it really doesn't need it. I would have enjoyed this whole entire series if it was just about Andy trying to get to Maine, instead of taking all these detours and just trusting people. It was really weird. A lot of what her character does in this are just dumb and just doesn't really make sense. Little things that I like about Andy's character is like how she's trying to figure things out on her own, and just that aspect was interesting. But then it's weighed down by this forced love interest that she has with this guy Mike, which is just, and a lot of her acting isn't that good either. Like I said, the strongest performance out of everybody is Toni Collette's character. Like, that just goes without saying. And we had this whole narrative of Laura's character having cancer, but it doesn't get addressed till like later on in the season. It's just like, what are we doing here? I completely forgot that this happened, and now we're addressing it now. And just, there's a lot of that. And they also have flashbacks placed in with these episodes, which I would have rather had a whole episode of just a flashback or something like that, instead of just, flashing back from the past to present day. And just, I felt like it was doing a lot of different ideas, but the execution didn't really hit for me. Like, we get to the final episode and you get the reveal of what's really going on. It's just like, you don't care at that point. Like, I really don't care to see a season 2 or just see where this whole story goes. That's just me. Like I said, the best parts of the season were the first 10 minutes, maybe even the first episode. But after that, it just kind of declines after episode 3 for me. But if you've liked this series, let me know in the comments below. What do you like about it? What are some of your favorite moments? Are you looking forward to a season 2? But me, I'm kind of checked out. But I don't want to make this video any longer than it needs to. Until next time, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.